G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we are looking at the War for Cybertron Siege Flak. Yes, we're on to some more Micromasters because, once again, we have a tiny episode. So this is Flak. I did look at a couple of the other Autobot ones I've got. I've got one other Autobot set, and considering they look like the last set, I figured I'd do Flak and Top Shot, I think it is. So here is Flak. Doesn't look half bad. I do like him and Top Shot and Vispa and Cloud Strike, I think it was. Better than the actual car Micromasters that I've got. Yeah, it does remind me of. It just reminds me of Eject and Rewinds. So not half bad. Yeah, looks pretty good. In fact, he transforms into, I want to say, a missile launcher. Yeah, he does pretty good. And that head looks amazing. Whoever was able to paint or whatever that visor, well done. Very well done. So, yeah, not bad. He does feel a little loose in a few spots. Could be just mine. I could always put a little bit of nail polish on the joints, but I don't feel the need for it since I have him and the rest of the Micromasters in their vehicle mode on display. So it is what it is. I like the colors. I do like the colors. So here we go. So let's get down to articulation. Head can't do anything except for look up, which then, of course, I have to bring in a tool to get back out. So I do suggest a little tool or something. I wouldn't use my part separator, but just something small to get in the back there. Arms can do a full 360 if you can get past the backpack. You can go out that far. I suppose you have a little backwards and forwards if you really want to think about it. There's not much in the way of, there's nothing in the way of elbow bend, bicep rotation, wrist, fingers. I don't even think he has fingers. Unless you want to count these couple of track pieces, but he's got a wheel, so that's about the closest you get. No way swivel. Leg goes up that far, goes forward that far, and goes back that far, so a pretty long way. You have a little bit of hip rotation. You have knee bend that gets you that far, completely unfocused. You have no toe, ankle, or ankle tilt. And I don't even think they're really situated on an angle. I think it's just up and down. It's just how you want to position them, really. So there is that. All right, let's get this down to transformation. Then we can do all the rest of the goodies. So you're going to... Now, I admit, they missed a treat here because you have this little nubbin on his waist. It would have been helpful to actually have that lock in somewhere so you could actually tab his arms together because his arms doesn't tab in nowhere. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this because the backpack will do it for you. But if you can push that down, or you can just bring the backpack up and his head slides down anyway. So then you take his legs and tab them together, and you want to bend them at the knee, and this will come down, sort of sitting on the top here. I don't think, does it tab in? Yeah, it tabs in just at the front here. So you get a nice angled missile launcher, and there he is in his vehicle mode. And he does roll, because he does have wheels. So that is pretty good. If you want, you can always use those leg joints to angle it differently if you really want to. I don't know if you could actually put... I want to say you can't really put any part effects on there because there's nothing really to plug into. Also, I suppose that would be the cockpit, wouldn't it? Oh, that's something at least. So there we go. So let's get down to size comparisons. Here he is with Windblade, of course. Got vacuum my tail. There he is with Windblade. Angle it up a little bit. Not that it helps much. And preferably focuses. Focus. It's still not focused, but there he is compared with Windblade. I'll bring it in a little bit. Try to focus. Come on. Once again, this is why I need to get something so I have a focal point. There we go. Hopefully that'll stay. There he is with Top Shot. He's a little bit smaller than Top Shot, but he's obviously a lot taller. So there we go. Right, so what shall we hit first? Let's go weapon mode. So that way we finish up on robot mode. So I suppose if you really wanted to, you could say he has his own. You fold this out all the way, so straighten his legs. He does sort of have a locking point for his knees. So I'm assuming that's so you can use for the weapon. You can then, of course, come in here and drop his handle down. So there he is in his solo gun mode, which I have replaced Cliff Jumper, because I figured this guy would have stronger shoulders. Here's Kingdom Warpath. So he's hoping for better. So, although admittedly, I don't know if this will work, because I tried the combined gun. I don't think that's gonna fit in his hand. What? Not really. Holy crap. I got Warpath out because I figured his hand would be decent size, but apparently not. Can I get in? No. Sorry, Warpath. You're going to have to be swapped out. Right, so I found an alternative, and I have to laugh because I just went through most of my shelf, and there's only really one I've got that would actually fit him. Here's Earthriser Alicorn. I find that funny. I actually tested it before I started recording in. Yeah, he can actually fit in his hand. So it looks like I can actually have a use for the Alicorn. Plus, at the same time, it actually looks not half bad. God damn, focus. Once again, this is why I need to start thinking about putting a background of sorts. Where the hell's Blur's box? Actually, I got a better one. There we go. We'll use the Triceratops box for now. There we go. So he does look like a rather interesting shotgun, and he actually doesn't look half bad with the Alicorn, ironically. So there we go. Now, something slightly off topic. I realized Warpath doesn't have his Autobot logo. Has it on his vehicle mode, doesn't have it in his robot mode. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that there for the moment. And we'll grab Top Shot here. Alright, so here is Top Shot in his configuration. If it wants to actually stay together, which things aren't quite sitting where I want them. And weirdly enough, you fold down Flak's back piece. And very awkwardly, you put this post into here. Now, you have these two nubbins that are supposed to go into the gaps between his shoulders. It doesn't go very well. So it's just a matter of fingers crossed and it working. So there is him in his combined gun mode. And I tried it originally. It's why I had Warpath. I tried Warpath originally. And it only held the stem of his gun. But now that I've got Alicorn here, it should actually fit all the way in his hands. Yep, there you go. There is. It's actually, is it really that heavy for him? I guess it is. So there it is in combined gun mode, which I won't lie, it does look like a fairly decent weapon by comparison to, I almost said it, Blackjack and Hyperdrive. Fine vehicle modes, not half bad robot modes. Combined mode looks like shit. This actually looks like a fairly decent weapon, although I admit I prefer Flak on his own. Top Shot is at best. So there we go. So we can get that out of the way. And we'll get that, and hopefully I won't need it now. Good thing it was nearby, and we're just going to unplug those, and we'll get down to robot mode again, and we're pretty much almost there. So we're going to flick that back. This is where you will need your tool. As you can see, his head is pressed back. So just in there to get that out. Once again, this is why I feel they wasted that, because the arms do not tab in at all. Split the legs, and there is Flak back in his robot mode. Right, so size comparisons. There he is with Scorched Fire. I admit I had to Google because I couldn't quite remember if I was saying that right or not. There he is with Top Shot with funky legs. Once again, I think his legs are more loose. But at least he's got heels. Just for the hell of it, there he is with, if I angle his legs right, there he is with Kingdom Warpath. Here he is with Earthrise Alicon. My camera's a bit wonky. And for the joke, there he is with MP10. Barely coming up to his shin. So there we go. Another MicroMaster done. I think I've, including Top Shot, I've got 3 left. Not including a Titan Master. That might actually be a substitute for a Decepticon, because I've got no Decepticon MicroMasters left. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring the bell, leave me a comment. I do check my analytics, and a lot of you are not subscribed. But apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.